So this is a physics homework related to topic distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration. MCQs. In the first question, a sprinter runs 100-meter race in a straight line. The table shows how his speed changes with the time for first 5 seconds of a race. What is the average acceleration between 2 seconds to 3 seconds? So how to find the average acceleration? The formula to calculate acceleration is a change in the velocity. We can write v minus u divided by time. And they mention here it's moving in a straight line. So when I told you in the last session that when object move in a straight line, in that case, the speed and velocities have the same magnitude. So acceleration is a change in velocity. So what is the change in velocity? Because we only need acceleration for this interval. So this one is a final, 5.7 is a final, minus initial is 4.1 divided by time interval, which is equals to 1. So 5.7 minus 4.1 equal to 1.6 divided by 1, or 1.6 meter per second square. So A will be the right answer. For question 2, a student determines the average speed of a bubble rising through a liquid at a constant speed. So it is moving with a constant speed. When a student starts a stopwatch, the bubble is at position P. So this is a starting position. When after 2 seconds the bubble rises to position Q, what is the speed of the bubble between P and Q? So speed is equals to distance divided by time. So we have to calculate the distance from P to Q. So at position P, this is written, or you can check this is 18.1, 2 and 3. So this is 18.3 and 25.5, 6 and 7. So this is 25.7. So the distance travel between 25.7 and 18.3. So when we subtract 25.7 minus 18.3, that will give us 7.4. So 7.4 and in centimeters, so the distance traveled by this bubble is 7.4. And the time it took, that is mentioned in the question, 2 seconds. So that is divided by 2. So 7.4 divided by 2, it's equal to 3.7 centimeter per second. So B will be the right answer for this. Moving on to the next question. Question 3, which statement about acceleration is correct? It is related to change in speed. Acceleration is related to change in speed or change in velocity. For example, if an object is moving with 4 meter per second and it changes the speed to 6 meter per second. So whenever there is a change in speed, there is always an acceleration. So A is the right answer. But why not B, C or D? It is a distance an object travel in 1 second. Distance travel in 1 second is not the acceleration, is actually the speed. So this statement explains the idea of speed. In option C, it is a force acting on object divided by distance travel in 1 second. So force divided, that does not give acceleration because that is force divided by speed. So force divided by speed does not give acceleration. It is a force acting on an object when it is near to Earth. So that is actually the weight of an object but not an acceleration. That's why A is the right answer. Is it clear? Question 3. If any question you are not able to understand or you want me to repeat, just let me know. You can use the chat or your mic to state. In question 4, question 4, a ball hits a bat with a velocity of 30 meter per second. So they did not mention whether it is moving towards right or left. So you can take any direction. Example I'm taking, it's moving towards right. So a ball, when a bat hits the ball, it moves with a velocity of 30 meter per second. A ball hits the bat with a velocity. So basically, a ball is moving towards the bat. So this is a bat example. So ball is moving towards the bat and hits the bat, and it leaves the bat traveling with a velocity of 20 meter per second in opposite direction. So when ball hits the bat, it changes the direction. That is 20 meter per second. And the ball is in contact with the bat for 0.1 second. So it took 0.1 second to change its direction. What is the magnitude of acceleration? So how to work out the magnitude of acceleration? Acceleration is a change in velocity divided by time interval. So for acceleration, direction also is matter. So if one of the velocity you take negative, if one of the direction you take negative, the other direction you should take as positive, and it's up to you. Any one of them you take negative, other will be positive. So formula to calculate the acceleration is v minus u over t, means the change in the velocity divided by time interval. So acceleration is equals to v. I can write as a symbolic representation, or I can use that final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time interval. So any one of them you can use a word equation, or you can use a symbolic representation. So what is the final velocity here? It bounced back with a speed of 20. So final velocity is 20. This minus is for the formula, the change, because when we calculate a change, we take a difference. So that is for difference is calculated by subtraction. And what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity, it's minus 30. So I should write here as minus 30 divided by time interval. So what is the time interval? That's equal to 0.1. So when I solve this, this will be 20. Minus minus is plus, and divide by time interval 0.1. So 20 plus 30, that's equal to 50 divided by 0.1, and 50 divided by 0.1, that is equals to 500 meter per second square. So acceleration of this ball is 500 meter per second square, which match with option D. Because there is a change in direction, if one of the velocity is negative, then the other should be positive. Is it clear? This question 4. Is it clear to everyone? Moving on to the next question. What is the unit of acceleration? I will write all the quantities which their units are. Gram per centimeter cube is a unit of density, but that you will learn later, not now. Meter per second is a unit for speed or velocity. Meter per second square is a unit for acceleration. Newton per meter. Actually, it's Newton per meter square, which represent the pressure. So C is the right answer, which represent acceleration. In question 6, an object is moving with a uniform means constant, or not changing. And the term deceleration means that speed is decreasing. And when I explain the motion, like if I say an object was moving with 50 meter per second, then changes speed to 45 meter per second, then changes speed to 40 meter per second, then changes speed to 35 meter per second. So what is the acceleration, deceleration here? It's minus 5 meter per second square, minus 5 meter per second square, and minus 5 meter per second square, because it is all calculated with the same formula, that v minus u over t, and the time interval example is 1 second for each. So when speed is changing with the same rate and it is decreasing, we use the term deceleration. So the term deceleration simply means decrease in the speed. So the rate of change of speed is decreasing, not about rate of change of speed. Rate of change of speed is refers to acceleration or deceleration, but here it's a constant, so that is not the right answer, because they mention it is a constant deceleration. So term constant deceleration means that acceleration or deceleration is not changing the value. So it cannot be A. Its speed is constant. If speed is constant, object does not accelerate or decelerate, so it cannot be B. Its speed is decreasing, so C is the right answer, that it is speed is decreasing. So whenever speed decrease, we call deceleration. If speed decrease with the same value every time, we call constant deceleration. Is it clear? Question 6. Then question 7. A runner runs 300 meters with an average speed of 3 meter per second. She then runs 300 meter with an average speed of 6 meter per second. What is her average speed to run a total distance of 600 meter? So the formula to calculate average speed, the average speed is equals to the total distance divided by total time. So total distance divided by total time, the total distance they mentioned is 600. But what about the total time for the 600 meter? So first 300 meter, it runs with a speed of 3. So if we need a time is equals to distance divided by speed. So distance is 300 and time is 3. So 300 divided by 3, that's equal to 100 seconds. And the remaining 300, he runs with a speed of 6 meter per second. So 300 divided by 6, that is equals to 50 seconds. So total time to run the total 600 meters, that is 150 seconds. So 600 divided by 150, that's equal to 4 meter per second, or B will be the right answer. In question 8, a runner runs 400 meter with an average speed of 4 meter per second. So if first 200 meters he covered in 40 seconds, how long it will take to remaining 200 meters? So total time to run 400 meter, that will be 400 divided by 4, that is equals to 100 second. So 100 second is the total time to complete the race. So a runner took 100 seconds to run the complete race. First 200 meters, he took 40 seconds. So how much time he will take to complete the remaining 200 meters? If the total time for the journey is 100 seconds, so remaining 200 meter, he will take 60 seconds. That's why A is the right answer. Is it clear? Question 7 and 8. Is it clear to everyone? Then question 9. A car travel along the route and it take 30 minutes with what is the average speed? So average speed is the total distance divided by total time. But you can see all of the options are given in kilometer per hour. So the distance, what is the total distance? 10 plus 5, 15 plus 10, 25 plus 5, 30. So total distance is 30 kilometers. And total time, it took 30 minutes. We have to convert into hours. So to convert the minutes into hours, we have to divide by 60. So 30 divided by 60, that's equal to half an hour or 0.5. So this will be 30 divided by 0.5. That is equals to 60 kilometer per hour. So D will be the right answer for this. Question 10. A car travels 100 kilometers and it takes 2 hours. The highest speed of the car is 80 kilometer per hour and the lowest is 40. What is the average speed? So what is the formula to calculate average speed? The average speed is equals to the total distance divided by total time. So the total distance which the car covered, that is 100 kilometers, and the total time to complete the journey, that's equal to 2 hours. So 100 divided by 2, that's equal to 50 kilometers per hour. So B will be the right answer for this question. So this was physics weekly homework from topic distance, displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration. Any question related to the class today? So every Wednesday we will discuss the weekly homework. So you should submit your weekly homework before the class so I can also check your homeworks and discuss the whole weekly homework. Any question related to the class today? Any question or a doubt? So I'll end the session and share this recording with you.